What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cracker Hunters. I'm Carolina Hitman.
I'm Olympus.
And today we are continuing our Tournament of Power and the results from the last few matches that we had.
The last three?
I think it was last three, yeah, because we got one more in round 3 to go through.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So our first match from round 3 that we had a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, it was Tommy Oliver versus, who was it?
Tommy versus Galahad.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
was it Tommy versus Galahad?
Yeah, it was Tommy.
Okay.
No, it was actually Mad Dog versus Jack Reacher. That was the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it was Mad Dog versus Jack Reacher. And to no one's surprise,
Mad Dog.
Like no one picked Jack Reacher in that one. Nobody.
Mad Dog's just too brutal.
He's a force to be reckoned with, man. Yeah, so Mad Dog actually won that match. So our second match was Tommy Oliver versus Galahad. And we actually had something we've not had happen since we started this Tournament of Power. We actually have a tie. So this is going to be difficult because we got to decide who we want to go because we gave it to the viewers and it ended up being a tie all the way around.
Well, I think I picked Galahad.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I picked Galahad. I'm not sure who I picked.
You picked Tommy.
I picked Tommy, so even then we were still in disagreement on that one. So I don't have a coin or nothing. So.
Oh, wait, I might.
Okay, so what we'll do
No, I don't.
Wait,
yeah, I do.
Okay, so since we have a tie and we don't want to be the ones to decide technically by our votes.
Yeah, we'll just go 50-50.
Yeah, we'll go 50-50. So we got tails for Tommy Oliver, heads for Galahad. So what we're finna do is we're finna flip it right now. Whoop. And we have tails. So because of the we're gonna use this as a deciding vote if we got ties. It's a coin flip. So through the coin flip, Tommy Oliver actually won. So he gets to move on to the next round. Because this was such a close match. I mean, I had such different opinions as far as when I posted on Facebook and everything. Like one group would pick Galahad and another group would pick Tommy. It was just so close throughout the entire one.
It was just so hard.
It
hard
was.
to decide.
Because these matches are going to get awesome to start picking one from. All right, so Tommy Oliver won that match. So our last match from last week was Rama from The Raid versus John Wick. Now, this one was very close.
I don't think I like the results.
And I understand he may not. And I was surprised. One vote was the decider of this match. One vote. And that one vote leaned towards Rama.
Yeah.
A lot of people who because I post this, of course, the comments from YouTube, and I post them on my Facebook groups and stuff like that. A lot of the groups who picked Rama, their reasoning for that was John Wick is more dangerous with guns. Say, like one dude made an example, said,
that's a good point.
Yeah, no guns equals no John Wick. And that was my point too, is like I think he's a good martial artist, but not nowhere on the level of Rama.
Honestly, what I think they did, like in the movies, I think the reason why they had him resort to martial arts at the end of each fight and why it looks slower is because, he ran out of bullets.
Yeah. And
he ran out of bullets, so, of course, after killing 30 people and running through tunnels, stuff like that, you're going to be tired and your martial arts are going to look a little sloppy.
Well, I don't know now because remember now, Rama, he wasn't sloppy in his fights.
That's what I know. That's what I'm saying. I think that might be a good reason why people picked Rama.
Right. So I know this is gonna make Jacob and Will mad, but sorry guys, the votes decided we don't. And
yeah, we didn't flip a coin on this one.
No, not this one.
Because I picked John Wick.
Right.
Even though he got hit by a car 4 times.
But Rama was the winner of this match. So we're going to finish our last match for round 3. And today we have Mike Bannon, which is Gerard Butler's character from Olympus and London Has Fallen, and Riddick.
From the Riddick trilogy.
Yes, and the animated.
Well, I don't know, but I guess it's not a trilogy.
No, because
there's 4 movies now.
Technically, yeah. So these are the 2 we got fighting today. So before we go into our in-depth analysis, for those who are just joining us on our Tournament of Power, we're going to go over the rules right now.
For round 3.
Yeah, for round 3. All right, rule number 1. Each participant gets 3 days worth of prep time to prepare for their match. So any information they can get from those 3 days, they can help them be victorious in this match. That's what they get. So rule number 2, Knives are allowed.
Yeah.
Yes, knives are allowed. So this one has decided many of our videos.
Actually, yeah, I think almost all of them.
Yeah, I think
except for maybe one.
Maybe I think Galahad versus Frank Dukes. I think that's really the only one.
Well, anybody versus Frank Dukes.
Right. And I think, like I said, to me, like I said, we've said before, it makes it more personal, and it makes the fighter have to rely on his martial arts and knife skills.
Knife abilities. And rule number 3 is there is a setting. It's not random or any kind of, it's in an abandoned warehouse.
Yes.
Which they have access to in the 3 days prep time.
Yes. So they'll be able to scope out the warehouse, all the nooks and crannies and stuff they can think of finding and everything that they can use to their advantage. That's what they get.
Now, I was wondering, because I had somebody ask me, like, can they, like, hide a knife somewhere?
No, they can't. They can't alter the surroundings.
They can't, but they can study it.
Yes, they can't alter it, but they can't study it.
Okay, well, there's a piece of wood here. I'll use that.
All right. So our final rule for this round is no firearms.
Yeah, no guns allowed.
Yeah. So that's rule number 4.
That one's not going to change.
Yeah.
That rule is not going to change. Just like rule number 2, where we always have knives, but never guns.
Right. So. All right, so who you want to start off with?
Let's talk about Mike Banning.
All right, Mike Banning. So Mike Banning, I forgot what his rank was in the military.
I don't know. But I remember what he does. He was in the military, he was an Army Ranger, and then he retired from the military and went straight to the Secret Service.
Which, right away, the prep time factor falls to me it falls to Mike Banning.
Yeah, that's definitely his strategic advantage.
Yes, because his job is specifically to plan for any event or any situation that may come up when protecting the president of the United States.
Yeah, and sometimes he's only got like maybe 3 or 4 days.
Right, if that sometimes. I don't even think maybe that. Well, no, they usually have that because they know the surround. Yeah, they know the location.
Those are the ones that are like, man, I really don't like this idea.
Right.
But, we have to do this.
So, yeah, so prep time falls strictly for Mike Banning for me in this matchup. Now, another thing I think Mike Banning has, I don't think advantage, but I think his knife work is probably on par with Riddick's.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. Riddick can make a knife out of anything.
Now, we haven't seen
that.
No, not for Riddick. I mean, for Mike Banning.
Oh.
We haven't seen him actually use his survival training from the Army Rangers and stuff like that, which technically we do when he's like when in the movie London and Fallen, we see where he is capable of
adapting.
In a couple minutes, they set up what they were going to do to go attack that main base at the end of the movie. So he gave them the directions. They followed it. He got in and rescued the president.
Yeah.
So like I said, he's shown he can be very adaptable. Now I probably have to agree with you. Knife work probably does lean more towards Riddick on this one.
Oh yeah, I would say about 100% toward as to where prep time leads towards Mike Banning, the knife work would lead towards Riddick the same exact way.
Right.
Because there's never a point in the movie where Riddick doesn't have a blade.
It's true. A blade made of something. Bones.
Stones.
Yeah, exactly.
Rocks,
Just whatever he can get to make a knife out of it.
He'll make a knife out of it.
Right.
And not even like a little knife. He'll make a freaking machete.
So I think Mike Banning too, I'm not sure the warehouse thing would be an advantage or disadvantage for either one of the participants today.
No, honestly, I don't think that part would really matter, except for maybe it would with Mike Banning, because if he can go in and scope around, he can look and see, be like,
right,
okay, I'm going to lead the fight towards this way because I know what Riddick's going to do. I know Riddick's going to get in and try and get in close.
Right, and that's where I think Mike Banning, man, what we've seen in the movies, where he can prep, and when he's in close quarters combat, he is a pretty good fighter. Like he can take some damage and he can dish it out.
And it also too depends on like the lighting in the warehouse.
Now,
Because it's abandoned, there's no electric.
Right.
So it could, really the warehouse could go either way.
Yeah, we'll get to, I think that one actually falls.
Well, we'll talk about that one.
Yeah.
And
so now the no firearms thing, I think this is a major disadvantage. No, I think this is a disadvantage for Mike Banning.
Right.
Because Mike Banning is kind of like John Wick. He's better. He uses firearms better.
He's an A level as to where John Wick is an S level.
Right.
When it comes to aimbot.
Yeah, so I think that the no firearms rule is kind of a disadvantage for Mike, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think if we had had a lot of firearms, he'd be at a higher advantage than Riddick would be.
Maybe not too much though, because we see Riddick use guns.
Yeah, but not to the level of
Well, a lot of Riddick's guns too are all like phaser guns. And crap.
right, it's true. But yeah, we don't get to see Riddick use guns to the level that Mike Bannon does.
Right.
And I think, like I said, for me, the no firearms thing is more of a disadvantage for Mike Bannon than it is for Riddick in this match.
Yeah, because I don't know how many times there is where Riddick's just stranded on a freaking planet.
Right. Just having to make do with what he's got.
Yeah.
And he survives. Which I think, honestly, I think Mike Bannon can do the same thing if you drop them anywhere in America, anywhere in the jungle. I think with his Army Ranger training, I think he'd be able to survive too.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I agree with that. But now that we've went through the rules and stuff with Mike Bannon, you want to go through it with Riddick?
Let's go through it with Riddick.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Riddick. We all know that's Vin Diesel's character in the Riddick series.
Yeah, Pitch Black, Dark Fury, Chronicles of Riddick, and
Riddick. But I think the knife thing does lean towards Riddick. We see Riddick is skilled with the knife.
And okay, let's start out with the first rule: 3 days prep time.
Now, 3 days prep time.
I honestly don't think he'll use it.
No, well, I'm not saying he won't use it, but Riddick is more of a think on your feet,
Yeah,
instinct kind of
fighter.
guy. And like I said in my previous videos, that sometimes can only carry you so far.
I don't know, man. It seems to work for Riddick very well.
And that's true.
And, you know, he kind of does plan a little bit, because we see him plan to go into in the Chronicles of Riddick, we see him plan his way to get close to the Lord Marshal. The Necromonger Lord Marshal.
Right.
You know, we do see that. We know he's not ignorant.
Right, I agree on that.
But we also know that it doesn't matter what kind of situation he's in, he does find a way to get on top. And plus, he planned out from the very beginning of Riddick on, as soon as he found the Merc base, he planned out exactly how this was going to go. The whole time they were going to come to him for help. He knew exactly that's exactly what
very
would
true.
happen.
Yeah, honestly, that's the truth. I agree with you, but I still think prep time leans more towards.
Oh no, I agree with that.
Yeah,
one. Definitely. But I'm just saying we don't see him not use it.
Well, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
It may not be on Mike Bannon's level, but he does use prep time. So I think he'd use it, but I don't think he'd be as good at prepping for the situation.
He
as
definitely
Mike Bannon.
won't be as good.
But he won't be. He won't be like at a like.
He won't be mediocre.
No. Like, I agree. Now, as far as rule number 2 with the knife rule, that's strictly. I have to agree with you. That goes towards Riddick on this one.
I mean, him and Kiara had a game that they played together.
Right.
Who's the better killer?
Right.
And all they had were blades. And they're
he's
killing.
good at it.
Yeah, they're killing necromongers left and right.
And that's where I think this his advantage comes in at with the knife work. We've seen him cut through guys left and right.
Yeah.
With 2 blades, just go through an entire squad of dudes easily.
Well, okay, we can even go with the first Pitch Black movie, where all he's got a shiv that he made out of stone, and he goes up against John's, which has a shotgun.
And Riddick's not slow.
No,
like Riddick's really fast. Like if you're not careful, man, you'll underestimate him because you see him as big as he is.
Yeah.
You underestimate him because of his size.
Well, not only that too, he's got a shiv, and I've got a shotgun.
Right.
You know, it's hard to miss with a shotgun.
It really is.
And then, oh wait, now he's dead because Riddick got close with that shiv with a rock.
You, man, and that's where Riddick is so dangerous when he gets in close. Like, it's almost unbeatable when he gets in close.
Oh yeah,
like he's that good.
Yeah.
Now the warehouse thing. This is the part I want to talk about.
Rule number 3 with Riddick isn't really going to matter.
No, actually, I think it will.
With the no firearms?
No. That's number 4. Number 3 is the warehouse.
Okay.
Now,
that will.
Now I think for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. It leans towards Riddick in the advantage department.
Well,
because
it's abandoned.
Right. So that means, like you said, there's no electricity. There may be some light shining through somewhere, but there's
not much.
Not much.
We work at a factory, and there's no windows.
None.
That place shuts down.
But some warehouses they do.
Right. I get it, but I mean, still not many.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This gives Riddick his advantage because let's say if he's happening to lose a little bit. He can sneak off into the shadows and just hide there because of his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, but that also turns it around too. Like, if Bannon snatches those goggles off,
Yeah, 'cause they're
in the
gonna know.
sunlight, right? They're gonna have prep time, so they're gonna have a chance to study their opponent.
But I think Riddick will know though.
That's his weakness.
Yeah.
So
and plus he'll know how good of a fighter Banning is.
Exactly. And two, in order to get those goggles, you got to get in close.
That's right.
And now you're coming to him.
Yeah,
and
you're gonna have to hit him really, really hard.
Right, and you're feeding into his advantage, which is close quarters combat. So I think the warehouse leans more towards Riddick as far as an advantage, especially with it being shadows and stuff in there.
Yeah.
If he's somewhat losing, he can take it, like maybe dive or run off into the shadows and just creep away.
Yeah.
And that's where his advantage will come in at.
I agree with that full scale, and I don't, but it kind of leans towards both ways because I mean, all it takes is just Riddick to make that one mistake,
He snatches them goggles off,
and then bam, right in his
blind,
face,
and that's it for him.
Unless they're in a dim area, and then it's his advantage.
Right, exactly. So as I'm saying, it can go like this. The warehouse can go either way for Riddick because it all depends on whether or not Mike Bannon can rip those goggles off in light and enough light to blind him. That'd be funny. We're talking about this, but Mike Bannon, he's smart enough to know, like I said, with that prep time, okay, I got to get this guy in some light and get those goggles off. Even if I have to get in close and take a little bit of damage.
But I don't know if Riddick will fall for that.
I don't think so. Riddick's pretty smart, man.
That's another thing. Both these two characters, I think we've only mentioned it once, man. Both of these two characters are so great because both of them talk a lot of shit.
They do, like a lot of shit.
I think that helps both of them. Like, man, this guy, he's talking a lot of shit. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna beat his ass.
But I don't think either one will lose their temper though. Because if you ever look if you ever watch the movies closely, you can see when Mike Bannon goes to work, he just goes dead. Well, no emotion. He just does the job and talks a little bit of shit. And then continues to do the job until it's done.
But then there's also the other hand, Mike Banning does that as a job. This is Riddick's life.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good point.
That's Riddick's life. That's how he came in fighting.
Right. So I think the warehouse can go either way for Riddick. I think it leans more towards his advantage than disadvantage.
Right.
So the no firearms thing, that gives Riddick his advantage.
That's another one that leans towards Riddick's way. But, I mean, still, though, we do see Riddick use guns.
Oh, no, I agree. But he prefers a knife.
Yeah, he would rather. All right, now there's another thing that I think that would be in Riddick's advantage. It's his pain tolerance.
Oh, yeah, he can tolerate some pain.
Because we see in the very first Riddick movie, or not the very
Chronicles
first.
Pitch Black.
No, not that. I meant in the latest one, Riddick. Mm-hmm. Where he starts out right off the bat, him on a planet by himself with his leg literally broken and his bones sticking out, and he fixes it.
Yeah, like Riddick can take some pain.
Yeah, he actually screws into his own bone.
So it's gonna be hard for Mike to win this one.
I mean, with somebody who can take that amount of torture.
Yeah, I agree.
Just to survive. Yeah, he's got his hands full.
Right.
And I'm not saying Mike Banning can't take large amounts of pain, because, I mean, you see him falling through, levels of the White House.
Right.
But he's still God damn it, that hurt,
Right, let's get up and finish the job.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Mike's pain tolerance is on the level of Riddick's stuff.
Honestly,
when you drill something into your own bone,
yeah,
and stay conscious, that gives me, I respect you a lot.
Yeah.
You really can't do much to that.
That's definitely the advantage in Riddick's way.
Yeah. So now that we've finished discussing all of our points and counterpoints, so we're going to come to our picks for the week as far as our personal ones who we think would win this match. So you want to go first or you?
Yeah, I want to go first.
All right. So who's your pick for the week?
Now, the reason I'm picking this is because I'm looking forward to the next match.
Right.
Right after this, because whoever wins this is going to have to fight Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Which we'll see. You'll see a post of the actual
results.
No, not the results. The bracket.
Oh yeah.
This is what we're.
Which I posted that earlier when we were doing the initial one. So you see.
But you'll see whoever wins this fight is going to fight Mad Dog, and I think I'm picking Riddick because I think he's going to have the best advantage of winning against Mad Dog. I think he's going to have the better chance. So and not only that, but you got Riddick's feral abilities, his instinct, and his adaptability.
And his size.
Well, I can't say that because I think they're about the same size.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Because Gerard Butler's no small dude.
No. I mean, he played King Leonidas.
Right.
But, you can't say size, but I think that his pain tolerance, his adaptability, and just his overall badassness with a blade.
Very good point.
That's my pick, was Riddick.
My pick for the week had to be Riddick. Like, honestly, he has too many advantages in this match. Like, the only thing that makes this even remotely somewhat close is the prep time falling towards Mike Bannon. If it wasn't for prep time, Riddick would cut and slice right through him.
Yeah.
Like, his knife work. And
it's that good.
Yeah, it is that good. And we see him prep, but maybe not on the level of Mike Bannon, but he still has the prep time to prepare for this match.
Right.
And I think that still it helps him give a lot better understanding of how Mike fights.
Right.
And he'll know what Mike will probably try to do.
I think he'll study Mike more than he would use the warehouse.
Yeah, I think so too. And just his ability to sneak off in the shadows and come up behind you and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think the warehouse is a strong advantage far as all those corridors and dark spaces for Riddick. I mean,
and we see how good in stealth Riddick is in Pitch Black, when in the middle of broad daylight, he's so sneaky he cut a piece of that Fry character's hair out.
Right
behind her in the middle of the day.
Right. So I think that Mike doesn't have enough to bring to the table to be able to fight Riddick. I don't think so.
I agree.
So yeah, Riddick's my pick for this week. I don't think
it's going to be lopsided. I think it'll be pretty close.
I don't know. I think,
but we'll see.
Right, we'll see. I'm interested to see who. I think most people are going to pick Riddick.
I agree.
And Riddick's going to have his hands full next week with that small, fast ass Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe
somebody will knock that dog off his
maybe
trial,
All right. So you got our picks for the week. So let us know who your picks are and why you think they're going to win this match. But I'm Carolina Hitman.
I am Anubis.
We thank y'all for joining Cracker Hunters today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get notified of our future videos.
Yeah, and man, we love hearing comments and we love sending them back.
Yeah, so you see we answer. If anybody new coming to my page, or our page, you'll see we answer every single comment. I'm a strong believer in, if you take the time out to comment, I'll take the time out to answer. And Anubis too. I actually comment under the Cracker Hunters logo. Anubis actually comments under his name.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we thank y'all for joining us. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.